This is episode 2. This takes place during my freshman year, probably midway through our season. Now, the reason why this is a Beyond Human is because I didn't think I was going to beat my teammate Jared. I thought that was pretty much impossible considering how fast he was to me at the time. Even though, I mean, he still was fast. So what happened was midway through the season, I came up with a goal. I was like, okay, Jared's like this far away from me in time-wise. Like, I want to beat him. So I set up a day at the Carson City Invite to race him. I was just like, the goal today is just to beat him, and I would be really happy if I did that. My parents, they still were like, all right, Kobe, it's possible, but don't get your hopes up. That's a far goal, and it's gonna be a hard one to get. I understood that, but still, just beating Jared would just be a huge confidence booster. So what I did was I went to the meet, warmed up, just kept the goal in mind, and I was just like, telling some of my other teammates, just like, all right, I have a big goal today and I want to get it. So, and I think I told my coach, like, hey, my goal today is just to beat Jared. And she was like, all right, that's a good goal, but just know, you're gonna have to work really hard for it. So, just coming into the race, it was really raining, there was mud everywhere. It was a pretty big race too, I would say. At least big for my school. It's not like Portage Invite or Greater Lansing big, but it was still pretty decently big. So, yeah, so we went out, and I was just like, all right, I gotta keep my eyes on Jared. The day then, I went harder than I did out usual. I usually, go out a little bit slower, but since I was wanting to stay with Jared, I just stood with him and, just kept my eyes on him, didn't let him out of my sight. So, we just went out, and already, it was pretty tight around the curve. So I was actually with Clayton the first bit. I still could see Jared, but I was still with Clayton. Eventually, Clayton and I caught up to Jared, and Jared and I and Clayton, we just ran with each other. And probably around like a mile, I think we probably dropped Clayton. And then after that, we just kept battling it out. We kept picking up spots, I think, especially around like 2.5. That's when I picked it up. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna make a move, now it's gonna be it. So I, started to gap Jared. Now I was starting to go, and I was using all the mud and hills, like the muddy hills, to my advantage because it was tough with all the mud trying to run up it. I was just trying to use that to my advantage, and it worked really well. Probably coming back around the end though, I remember it's kind of like you go straight and then you take a right, and then it's probably like 100, 200 meters, probably 120 meters to the finish line. The straightaway before the right, it was probably 50 meters, so it wasn't a lot. But coming through there, I remember just looking back, Jared's still, not too far away from me. He was actually pretty close. And I was just like, all right, we gotta start going. There's a big puddle, and I could have gone around it, but I knew that would probably, add some seconds to my time. So I just ran through it. My socks and shoes were just soaked. We were just kept battling out, and I was just like, all right, when I make this right turn, I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna start kicking. So I, took a right turn. I started kicking, and I started passing people. And then this was one other kid from this other team, and we just kept sprinting out. He got me at the end, but he helped me pick off quite a bit of people. And after I finished the race, I ran 17:30, like a 24-second PR, and I beat Jared. That was my main goal. I just remember going around the finish line just like, did we really just do that? It was like, think about it. Like at last episode, like just doing something you thought was impossible, it just brings so much in consideration of what's even possible out there. I think the first one was a little bit bigger, but this one was still a special moment for me. Not that I PR'd, but that I beat Jared. I remember just talking to Jared's parents, like, wow, you really, did well today, and like my coach and my parents, my teammates. It's just, it was a crazy moment. It was surreal, just doing something I thought was impossible again, you know, it just gave me so much confidence. I just kept wanting to get faster and faster. I mean, Jared, for the most part, Jared still was our best runner. I wouldn't say I got lucky that day, but like, I think some luck was involved. It was a good moment for me to have, just knowing that if I work hard, I can beat people, and people that I didn't think I could beat. That'd be a good lesson later down the road too. But just beating him that day really brought me confidence. Alright, so the future of the series, there's 3 more sophomore year of times I broke limits. There's not a lot of times where I actually did break a limit or went beyond human. It's just, when you think about it, breaking a limit or going to the impossible is very not normal. It's very abnormal. So I mean, I'll tell you these next 3 stories in the future. I don't want to make them too close together because I want to spread it out, just, you know, so newer fans can see it if I ever get new fans. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys are into this, and yeah, thank you again for watching today's episode. Alright guys, just a quick reminder about the Ratchet & Clank series. I think I'm going to go with it and buy a splitter and a capture card. I hope it works out, and I hope I can get good footage. I just want this series to be a good playthrough. I don't want to make it look bad, sound bad, you know. I just want to make it the best I can. I really do like Ratchet & Clank. It's probably my favorite series, and you know, I just want to bring out the best content I can. So I'll just invest in that, and just, you know, stay tuned to this channel. Just trying to work hard and bring you good content. So thank you again for watching.